speaking. Who loves that? Being here in front of people. They might judge you and you wouldn't like that. So you end up being shy. Why else are we shy? Maybe it's a new person in front of us or it's a job interview. It's everywhere to be fair. But shyness doesn't have to define you. Have you ever been shy? Let's see those hands. Who all have been shy? Everyone is natural. We all are shy. We all are humans, right? But we all have different experiences with shyness. Me personally, if you had met me a few years back, you probably wouldn't remember me. Not because I was not present there, but because I was invisible. The one who was sitting quietly at the back and could never speak. The one who knew the answer, but could never gather that courage to speak. The one whose heart raced much faster than we thought whenever asked to speak. I was shy, painfully shy. But today, I, Shubhangi Singhal, a passionate and dedicated teacher, stands here on this TEDx stage speaking confidently to all of you. So, what changed? That is the journey I would like to share with you all today. To be very honest to you all, I was very shy from the very beginning that the teacher continuously kept on asking questions in the classroom, but I could never raise a hand. Although I knew the answers many of the time, but could never gather that courage to start and speak because I always had many thoughts that what if my answer is wrong? What if the classmates laugh at me? And what if I would not speak confidently? To be very honest, from the very beginning, I was very shy and introvert, also the overthinker. But somehow that overthinking was killing me from inside. I always wanted to stand and speak, but could not because I always had many thoughts and I cared about the people, what will they think about me. We being shy, people think that we are often unprepared, weak and uninterested. But in reality, we being shy think too much. What shy people think? Often they think that what if I made a mistake? What if I'm not good enough? What if people laugh at me? But for me, shyness was never the absence of ideas. It was always the fear of being judged. Because we live in a society where people themselves have hundreds of shortcomings, but rather than working on that and improving those, they are much more interested in finding out the faults of the other person. And that always ends up in the low confidence level of the people like us who are shy. I still remember many countless moments where I rehearsed sentences in my mind just to swallow them in my mind. And every missed opportunity slowly convinced me that confidence is something other people are born with and I am not. But in reality, that thought of mine was totally wrong. Now, I would like to share one of the incidents of my life which you all would surely be able to relate. I was in class 9 and our class had to conduct a morning assembly. Everyone in the class got an opportunity to represent the class. I also wanted to be the one who could stand and speak on the stage, but I could not. Some of the students were present in the choir, anyone was speaking our thought, someone a news headline, and many were doing different activities because there were many. I had self-doubts, I felt guilty that I could not. But on that day when I went home, I cried a lot. My parents asked me many a times what had happened because they being parents had many questions in their minds that someone might have teased me, someone might have hurt me. But that was not the reality. In reality, I was very shy and I felt guilty about myself that I could not stand and speak like the others. My parents explained me that it's natural and everyone could be in the same situation because we all are humans. My brother, he has always been a biggest support system for me. When he came home from his school, my mother taught him everything. He asked why I was sitting quietly, why I was looking so sad. When my mother explained him, he came to me and he laughed at me. But that was not because he wanted to let me down, but because he wanted to take me out of my comfort zone. He asked me to start with a one single sentence, a one-liner thought. He said, practice it again and again, in front of a mirror, in front of him. He said, you might fumble, but you surely will succeed. On the next day when I went to school, my teacher boosted me a lot. On that day, yes, I spoke. That was the turning point in my life. But my turning point did not came with any fear, thunder or applause. That came with discomfort. On that day, I was forced. Yes, forced to speak in front of everyone. My voice trembled, my hands shook. I was very nervous, but still I managed. And yet, the world didn't end. No one laughed at me. Some smiled, some appreciated, and some were very happy that I could. And that day taught me a very powerful lesson that fear is something which is much louder in our minds than in reality. When I talk about my journey from being shy to confident, I realize that my journey is not unique. It is a part of a much more larger human pattern. History reminds us that even many influential voices have once been shy. Mahatma Gandhi once trembled in the court, yet managed to take the nations towards the freedom. APJ Abdul Kalam, who was very soft-spoken, believed his confidence than the others. Albert Einstein, who was once a shy and introvert person, he believed his ideas more than his voice. If we talk about MS Dhoni, today known as the Captain Cool, once was a ticket collector. He never shouted on anyone. He was a quiet, reserved boy from Ranchi. He showed that confidence is something which never comes from being loud, but it comes from the hard work and the practice. Deepika Padukone, who was once a very shy person, that she could not stand on the stage and speak even a single line. But today she is one of the most successful actress in our world. So, if such people who are shy can be confident, so you also can be. Confidence is something which always not comes from being loud. It often grows with silence. So now let us discuss few of the ideas from which you can turn your shyness to the confidence. Number one, the spotlight effect. What is the spotlight effect? It is an effect where you think that everyone present around you cares about you. Like me, I am very much nervous at this time that many of you would be focusing on my belly. But in reality, I don't think any of you care. You might have seen that when I told you. Not before that. Secondly, start small. If you are shy, I want you to remember one thing. Start small. One step, one sentence. And you will be there. Third, positive people. Surround yourself with the positive people. Look around yourself if you have positive people in your group. And if you don't, then you really have to think. If I talk about myself, yes, I am very blessed to have positive people. I was not at all ready to stand here and speak. But few of my best friends, they motivated me a lot, that they challenged me to become the best version of myself that I could stand here and speak. So, always surround yourself with the positive people. Last but not the least, be patient. We often treat confidence as a personality trait, but it is not. It is a skill and not a gift. It is just like a muscle which grows with time. The way we do workouts to gain muscle, similarly, we need to work hard, we need to be patient to be confident. And last, I would like to say that if someone like me who was once shy, invisible, quiet and a reserved person could stand here today and speak confidently to you all, then you can also be the one